Welcome back to another quick episode. If you followed this channel for any length of time, you know that I love animals, and I go to many remote, off the beaten path places to get footage of animals. I set up cameras, or I just wait with my camera, and I hope for the best. And usually, if you're patient and you wait around, nature doesn't disappoint. Usually. To me, there is nothing cooler than watching animals that don't know you're watching. Just watching them interact, following each other around, hunting each other, eluding each other, etc., etc., etc. But again, I usually have to go to remote places to find animals like this in their natural habitat. So now we're back in my natural habitat. In my natural habitat, we're getting 40 and 50 degree days, which is awesome. It means winter's almost over, spring's almost here. But the one bad thing about that, you get home invaders. Yeah. You see this little guy? He's decided to make his home directly under my bedroom, directly under my bed. And that's a problem. So I have to catch this guy and release him, but I have to do it in such a way as not to get him to spray. If I scare him and he sprays under my house, my entire house is gonna stink for at least 2 weeks. So if you wanna know how to trap, catch, and release a skunk without getting sprayed, you're gonna wanna sit back, you're gonna wanna relax, and you are most definitely going to want to check this out. So I had been home from Virginia for about a week, and I noticed a smell. And it was a very distinctive smell, and I knew it was a skunk. So I set up the game camera outside where I suspected he was infiltrating and discovered the way he was coming in and going out. So I sprung into action. No pun intended. But I took your average havahart trap, like the one shown right here, and I modified it a little bit because I'm dealing with a skunk. And once you trap them, you don't want to get sprayed. So what I did is I took the trap and I wrapped the entire trap in one piece of cardboard. One large piece of cardboard. I bent it over the top of the trap. I punctured holes in it and I used zip ties. And then I covered up the rear section of the trap as well, leaving only the door open. In my mind, this was giving the skunk like an abandoned log to go into, or a small cave. But what it also afforded me was he wouldn't be able to see me coming when he finally did get trapped. And hopefully, if he did get trapped and he sprayed, the cardboard would keep it from soaking me, because I've been sprayed before, and it absolutely sucks. And the only real thing in the world you can use to get rid of it is feminine wash, otherwise known as douche. That's a true story. Ask your veterinarian. Ask me how I know. At any rate, I wrapped this entire thing up with zip ties, cardboard, and went outside and set the trap. So the first night that the trap was set, he came out, he took a look at it, and wasn't very impressed. I guess he went back in because he forgot his car keys, or he just needed to get, chewing gum, something to that effect. Or he just wanted to make my bedroom smell one more time. And then he came back out. He takes his time. He's not really in all that much of a rush. It's 1:30 in the morning. And he goes, "Hey, what's this? Somebody has put an artificial log or a trap disguised as an artificial log with all sorts of food. Carrots, peppers, peanut butter, trash basically." Well, he didn't go for that even a little bit. He simply turned around, looked at the camera, and went on his merry way. So we got to do this all over again. So the second night, he's close to the trap, but still not going in it whatsoever at all. He just ain't buying it. And I'm starting to give up hope here because I'm thinking, why won't this dude go in this trap? It's a perfectly good trap. I set it up with all sorts of amenities and everything you'd expect in a 5-star trap. But once again, he went in the exact opposite direction. So that really sucked. So I wake up at 5:30 this morning and I can hear a rattling outside, and I know he's in there. And if you look, you can just see the trap. You can just see his little paw trying to get out to the right. And I got him. So I'm drinking my coffee thinking, this sucks. Now I got to go out there and get this trap and carry him far away so he doesn't come back without getting sprayed. What could possibly go wrong? Well, I'll show you exactly what I did. Exactly what you see right now. I put a blanket, a towel over the trap. So he's in the trap, the door's closed, he's covered with cardboard, and I put a towel over it, and I do all this very quietly and very gently. I put the entire thing inside a contractor trash bag. So if he does spray, I've got the cardboard, the towel, and the trash bag to keep me from eating it. Because skunk spray up close is like getting hit in the face with gasoline. Skunks can't see very well at all, and if you don't rustle them around too much, they don't do anything. He didn't even spray. But this was my precaution in case he did, and it worked out perfectly. Now this is what I did when I released him. I carried him about 3/4 of a mile away from my house to a place where I know that skunks inhabit the area. It's right next to the ocean. There's a ton of ocean rocks, and the skunks like to live in and out of the little cracks and crevices over here. They only come out at night. They don't run into people very often, so I knew it was a good spot. The only problem was I couldn't get him to come out of the trap. It was like he was taunting me. And I'm thinking, you've made it this far without getting sprayed. He's going to get you before you get him out of the trap. And I tried everything. I tried gently tapping the cage to get him to come out. If you're dealing with a skunk and you don't want to get sprayed, everything you do better be gently, slowly, and quietly, which is what I did. He just wouldn't come out. And I tried everything. I rolled the cage on its side, slowly and quietly. I put it up on a stick to try to make him come out. He just was not coming out. He seemed to have been content. He was pretty happy, just chilling in his new make-believe log/cave. And oddly, I go over there and I take a peek in there. Now, every time I peek in there, I'm afraid I'm going to get sprayed. But I peek in there and he's eating. He's just sitting in there eating peanut butter out of a pepper. He's good to go. So while I'm waiting for him to finish his dinner, I start looking around and I notice on the bank next to the ocean, there's a hole in the ground. That's where I'm going, over to the hole. So like a little kid playing with a dump truck, I brought him over to the bank and I slowly tipped it up. And he just kind of tumbled out and went directly into the hole like it was a plan. It couldn't have worked out better. So if you find yourself with a skunk around, you can handle them. Just handle them like you'd handle any other living thing. Don't be a dick and they won't be a dick in return. That's my experience at least. But it worked out like I wrote it down, I put him next to a hole and off he went. All is said and done. Unless, of course, tomorrow I'm making another video going how to get rid of a skunk that you got rid of yesterday, but he came back in the middle of the night, and now you got to do this all over again. Or not. At any rate, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment below. I'll try to return the favor. I am out.